come from a small town right now in Virginia where baseball is not popular. Nobody around here likes baseball a lot. I do play baseball. My best friend is the only other person I know that knows the sport as well as I do. I've been playing since I was a little kid, and I've been a Yankee fan ever since I was a little kid. And I'm not one of them type of people that just because the Yankees are popular, I'm a Yankee fan. But this year's trade deadline is very interesting. It's very interesting. So I've followed it a lot more than I have in the past. As you know, there's a lot of deals that have already gone down. You know, the Euclid to the White Sox, the Hanley Ramirez to the Dodgers, a couple minor trades that went down. Of course, the Zach Greinke deal to LA. But to start off way back in June, the White Sox-Red Sox deal is, you know, I'm a Yankee fan, so of course, you know, I'm not going to root for the Red Sox to do well, but I don't understand the trade at all. You know, he gave up Kevin Euclid. Yeah, you want to get rid of him. He had problems with Bobby Valentine. He wasn't performing. He looked like he was just going downhill. His career was deteriorating. So you ship him off to Chicago for Brent Lillibridge, who is a sub-200 hitter, and Zach Stewart, a minor league pitcher with the ERA of, he's not even a young guy, he's like 25, with the ERA of over 5. So you send this Stewart guy down to the minor leagues. You keep him there. He's going to be there all year probably. And then Brent Lillibridge comes in, plays a couple games for you. He does terrible. What do you expect? And is now in Cleveland. Shipped him off to Cleveland for next to nothing. And Euclid has performed great for Chicago. You're getting rid of him regardless, but the Red Sox could have gotten more. And now, since you know they're coming along a little bit here. You know, they're getting Crawford back. They got Ellsbury. Well, Crawford just hurt himself against the Yankee series, so he's liable, and he might be done for the year because he might have to have Tommy John surgery. So there goes a hole in left field. Then you get Ellsbury back, but he has played 2 full seasons. He's also had 2 injury-plagued seasons. Your pitching staff of 3 possible All-Stars of Josh Beckett, John Lester, and Clay Buchholz is just not there. Except Buchholz. Buchholz is having a pretty decent year. You know, he's 9-3. He's carrying them. Along with Dubron. Dubron has pitched amazingly well for being the number 5 guy on your rotation. But you got Lester and Beckett who are just just look like they're completely different pitchers. You need to go out and make a deal for an arm. Maybe get an outfield bat or something. You know, you can't, and it's shown that like guys like Dubron is carrying. I mean, Buchholz has been injured, and they bring in Franklin Matt Morales for a couple starts. Did great. Send him back to the pen. I just don't understand that. And the Red Sox, you know, they are 1 game over 500. They're 4 games out of the wild card, 5 games out of the wild card. They're in it. They're still in it. But it just doesn't make sense. And then another thing with the Dodgers, you know, the Dodgers, they want to get Ryan Dempster. They're in the league for Ryan Dempster. Dempster wants to go there. He's got the lowest ERA in the league. You know, he's only 5-5. The ERA is what really matters. You know, you got a team that's on the verge of being pretty good. You know, you go out and make a deal for Hanley Ramirez. I mean, anybody can make a deal for Mullins at this point. They're just shipping away talent. It's nothing. But you're getting a potential 300 hitter, a potential 15-20 home runs in the half of the season, a potential All-Star. I'm saying potential because he's done it before, not in the last 2 years, but he's done it before. And he's performed pretty decent since going to LA, but I don't think he likes third base as well as he likes shortstop, and that's where he's going to have to play once D. Gordon comes back, because D. Gordon is your leadoff guy. He'll just going to steal you 50 bases a year. Not when he's hurt, but. And then you got Matt Kemp, who milked a hamstring injury for 2 months. How's his health going to hold up? Same with Ethier. Ethier's another one that just lets injuries nag at him. James Loney's been unaffected. So you get Hanley Ramirez, but then you got Clayton Kershaw, who's got no run support this year. ERA of right around 3, but he's 7-8-6. You got Chet Billingsley, Ted Lilly, who's always a consistent pitcher and has been. Do what you have to do to get Dempster. And the main reason is they don't have the payroll for it. The Dodgers have one of the lowest payrolls in the league. They were damn near bankrupt. And it's a bad thing when you're the LA Dodgers. And that's one of your pieces you need to pull together. And which is why, even with the San Francisco Giants, if they do not go out and make a splash deal like the Ramirez deal, they got Scuro. Scuro's a good bat. That was a good pickup for them. They gave up not a whole lot for Scuro. But they need a little bit more to that offense. Because Tim Lincecum ain't what it used to be. And that can't carry your staff. They need another bat. And they'll take that division from the Dodgers. Because Hanley Ramirez, I don't believe he ain't going to switch back to the old Ramirez. And all the pitchers on the deal now, Cole Hamels was one of the top pitchers to go. He signed a 4-year extension. You saw Greinke go to LA for nothing, pretty much. They went with Brewers are sellers. You won't need players picked up from Brewers or Marlins. One was trying to possible Heath Bell. Oh, they already shipped Sanchez and Infante to Detroit. I didn't mention that. That was a great pickup for Detroit. Because that's two positions that Detroit really needed: a starting pitcher and a second baseman. And that's why I think Detroit can win that division. But the pitchers I like, the main pitchers that are most talked about are Cliff Lee, Josh Johnson, and Ryan Dempster. Now I discussed the Dempster thing. Dempster was 2 weeks ago. Dempster was getting ready to go to Atlanta. He didn't want to go, so I don't understand that. But you're getting shipped to a possible playoff contender from the arguably the worst team in the league. Anyway, Josh Johnson could go, and a team that needs a guy like Josh Johnson is the Texas Rangers. Their pitching is just gone. Their hitting's falling apart. Josh Hamilton isn't hitting the balls well, even though he had a great game tonight. Yeah, they want Cliff Lee. They can't afford him. They're not going to get Cliff Lee. That deal's off. Just for him to leave in the offseason game like he did 2 years ago. Josh Johnson, I think, would be a good fit there. I can believe Josh Johnson is unhappy tonight. You know, he's just coming off a serious arm surgery from last year. And his team is being traded around him. An all-star second baseman gone, an all-star third baseman gone, starter pitcher gone. And Mike Stanton battling injuries. I mean, your fourth batter is washed up, has been Carlos Lee. That's who they bring in. For what reason? But him going to Texas, a team that can hit, and his ERA is a little on the high side, but the guy did lead the league in ERA a couple years ago. He still has it. I just don't believe he's coming. As soon as he comes back from injury, he's thrown into tree talks. It's just, you gotta look at the mental aspect of the reason why guys do not perform well. And me being a Yankee fan, I'd like to discuss about the Yankees real fast, because their team is starting to get hurt very badly. Their starting pitching is not that good. Sabathia obviously cannot pitch against Boston. He hasn't done it since coming to New York. Pettit's out for a couple more weeks. Garcia, I mean, he's had some quality innings, but you never know what you're going to get out of him. I mean, Nova, same with him, not the best control, and Kuroda's your most consistent pitcher. You lose A-Rod for 2 months. Cher might be gone for God knows how long. He hurt his wrist tonight. You have no catcher. Russell Martin batting 180. No catching at all. You bring in Ichiro. Great acquisition, I think. They gave up literally nothing for him. At short porch, he's already hit a home run. He's got a hit in all 7 games since coming to New York. But that hole at third base, I think Chase Headley would be an amazing fit there. But the Yankees said they're not going to do it. I mean, Chavez can play third, but how is he going to hold up injury-wise? They could either go and get a good infielder, because Mark Teixeira might be down now. And now they got a hole at third. But if Teixeira's down, then Chavez is going to have to play a lot of first base. So they need to get some decent, maybe 4 or 5 guy or third base